Analysts again next week before making a decision, we understand. Tiffany Pottkotter is joining us here on Ask the Expert today with the answers to your questions. We're focusing on your good mental health. Tiffany, good to see you. Let's start off with this first one. Caller says, I have personally received help for my mental illness, but there is still so much stigma around it. What can I do to help stop this?
Yes, unfortunately, there's still so much stigma, but every single person can do their part in stopping that stigma by talking about their own mental health. So just like we would share with someone if we had a headache, we should be sharing with others if we're having a rough day or just feeling down and anxious. So the more we talk about it in everyday conversation, the more we start to normalize it. So when we share our experiences, it not only empowers others, but it educates others and shows them that it is okay to get help.
Do you have to be selective as far as with whom you're sharing that? Anybody that you trust, so a trusted family, friend, neighbor, pastor, or just, a primary care physician, anybody that you feel like would listen to you and get you the proper help. Absolutely. Our next caller wanted to know from you today, I read that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. What can I do to get involved? This person wants to know.
Yeah, so there are several ways to do it and a lot of local organizations that support mental health efforts. But probably the best place to start would be NAMI, and that stands for National Alliance on Mental Illness. It's the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization, and they advocate for access to services. They provide support and resources for people living with a mental illness. They have many free programs and events throughout the area, and every county has a chapter. So check with your local chapter on ways to get involved.
All right, in about 30 seconds, my friend has become very depressed and I worry about her. Is it okay if I ask her if she is having suicidal thoughts?
It's always okay, and it's pertinent to ask someone if they're having thoughts of harming themselves. So it's a myth that if you ask someone the question that you're actually inserting the idea to commit suicide. So if they say yes, there's several ways to get them help. Take them to the ER where a mental health professional will evaluate them. There's various local and national hotlines that are staffed 24/7. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. So just remove any weapons or avenues of self-harm. Do not leave them alone and connect them to resources so they can really get the help they need.
All right, communication is key. Tiffany, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You bet. And coming up tomorrow on Ask the Expert, Legal Matters, we have an attorney in studio. You can always send them to us ahead of time. News at 13abc.com.
Well, the Daniel Armstrong